Hello and welcome to Caesar Pogo. Today I bring you a full set of the Cold Love line. Because of Alolan Ninetales positive matchups, this makes it an extremely strong lead. So without further ado, let's jump into the set of 5 and see how we do. So right off the bat, we had a Giratina, which is great for us. They switch into their Charizard. We come out of our Politoed because we know that we can take anything it's going to put out. We take the Blast Burn, so they waste energy. We'll go for our Surf. Obviously it's easy for us to make it here. They no shield, trying to save the shields there. We can also take another Dragon Claw, which is fine. And then we try and chip it down. We know it's going to put us too dangerous there, so we fire off. We get to a Great, save a little bit of energy. And we've actually got enough to get to the Earthquake, so we go straight for the Earthquake onto the Venusaur. It's not a one-shot, but if they don't shield, it does cause a nice amount of damage. We have to double shield here. And the reason we've done this is because we know that we can just slow it out with Mandibuzz on Giratina. That's kind of the idea here. We can let it happen. We can double shield and not worry, essentially, because no matter what Giratina is putting out, even if it was to use Ancient Power, it's not going to do devastating damage to Mandibuzz. And there we go, see that damage there. We're going to take a Sludge. It's just not a problem. It's fine. Because of our team comp, we're able to bring out, and we actually did this as a bit of a look what we can do kind of thing, really. Probably shouldn't have done it. They can't beat us either way, so it was worth it, really, in my eyes. Made it think we're scared, and we're not, because we can just Shadow Ball the Giratina, take it out of place. And obviously we've got the Venusaur, which has no life left really, but at this point I know that I'm not going to have too much health left because I've got no shields, so I need to farm here. I need to make sure that after I drop this, I need to be able to have an aerial ace ready. That's my game plan here, and that's exactly what we do. So we work for the Great, and then because we went for a Great, we actually have the aerial ace sitting there ready, and we catch it out, so we can't get any moves in. So GG's, first match we've won, so that's one in a bag so far, which is great. Come in, and we have dropped here, as you can see, but we're not really fussed. It's the end of the season, you know, we've got a lot to learn. We've learned a lot, got a lot more to learn. So although it is using, it's not effective, it's still a steel type, so we do switch out and we take a Night Slash, which is still resisted on Ninetales, but I wanted to see what they had in the back, and we find the Cresselia. So we didn't actually count here, so obviously we should have known that this was going to be a Grass Knot, and this wasn't going to be anything really to shield, but we shielded anyway. But because we shielded, we obviously felt a little bit angry. We just shielded a Grass Knot on a Mandibuzz. So I've decided to keep an eye on my children, as well as not shield again, because I don't care now. I kind of made myself a little bit vexed there, you know, and so I'm just going to take whatever it puts out, and that's exactly what we're doing. So they're obviously not running anything else but Grass Knot on it there. And although this has got, this can run poison, we still come out with our Ninetales because our ice is still going to affect the flying. So that's what we're attacking. We're attacking the flying, block a Shadow Ball, and we look at a farm down. We're not going to make. We have to let anything through because we have no shields left. There's a Poison Fang there. We actually get to there, so I wasn't comfortable farming it down. I wanted to take the last bit. Okay. And then the Cresselia comes out, so we go for the chip. And we just come out and we got a Shadow Ball in a bit, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to Shadow Ball the Cress. And it's a Psychic, so it's super effective, takes it out from here. And best part here is, although I have no shield, I still don't need to shield. Nothing that this is going to do is going to put me down. So we get the Shadow Ball. You can see it just soaks. All Mandibuzz is just soaks everything up, which is great. Again, we're still soaking moves up here. And what we do is we build up to the aerial ace and we switch out. So we take the next Knight here, not a problem. Even if they had to get the boost, still wouldn't be a problem. Could have beaten them either way anyway, it wasn't a problem, but it always have a backup plan. If there was lag, then at least I might have been able to hit aerial ace at the end. So GG's. So that's 2-0 so far. 2 in the bag, working well. It is a strong team. As I said, the matchups on A9 are really quite ridiculous. A9 Charm in Open Ultra causes so much damage. We're waiting it out. Getting a lot of timers are just taking so much longer now. I think a lot less people are playing. People have made their targets. When you're sitting in this kind of range, 1900 we've hit today, so we lost at least 100 ELO yesterday. It was just running spice and just having fun. So I'm not really fussed about like timers sitting in. Normally I'd wait 10 to 12 seconds max and then jump out, but about 10 seconds is mine. But we find a Swampert, which is beautiful. So we go for the farm up here. We're not going to block because we count to 5. That's what they've got. So they're going to fire Hydro Cannon. We don't have, there's no baiting or anything like that. Even if they're firing Earthquake, still wouldn't block. There's a nice chunk, but not enough to warrant to worry. So they come out with their Charizard. So we build up, make sure we've got the Weather Ball, and then we come out with our Toad. And the reason we do that is because we know that the Toad can put up with whatever Charizard's going to put up. So we can make sure that we put Ninetales back so that we fire straight away, because Charm does take 2 turns. I think 2 or 3 turns. I'll check that out in a minute. To moves up. So I think it's a 3-turn move. Yeah. But then, so obviously we want to make sure it's in there so that we can catch the Swampert out if need be. And we've obviously got double. This is where I double on the Surf here. So we want to try it a bit different. Build up, make sure we have the move on A9, and then make sure that we can get the double Surf so that we threaten both shields. That's the idea. And we take the first shield and we actually take a lot of life, so it's even better for us. I'm looking at farming down, because we're going to let this through. I'm not interested in blocking Dragon Claw from here. As far as I'm concerned, the Toad has done his job. There we go, so not a problem, and I can farm it, which is fine. There we go. And then in the back, we find a Giratina. So I'm not baiting. I don't have Blizzard, but at the same time, we're still going to cause a bit of damage here. I could have just done double Surf, taken the shields, and kind of not worried. But I didn't expect them to block, if I'm honest. But that's fine. They can take us there. They switch out, which we can just give them the Mandibuzz. So either Mandibuzz and Ninetales, both in the state they are, can still take out Giratina. It's not a problem. But Swampert deals less damage to Mandibuzz with the Hydro Cannons than it does to A9. So it's better to save A9 in the back and just let Mandibuzz soak up those hits. And I haven't used a shield yet. I haven't used a shield, so match 3 is looking pretty positive. I think we can pretty much say it's the GG's from here. We've taken their last shield, and I've got nothing to shield. Nothing. Even if this was a sludge, like, it's not. You don't need your shield. There's no defense drop on it, and it's not taking too much life. It's doing a big chunk. It's a nice neutral hit, but it's not killing you. So I'm not blocking. And again, even with team comp, there's no reason to. So it's not. I'm not showing off. I just generally have no reason to use these shields. So I'm not going to. If I find a reason to use the shields, then I will. That's pretty much how it works. And as you can see, that Shadow Ball almost took it out. I come back out with Giratina and we just swap out. And we've got a Weather Ball and a half sitting there, and we've got the A9. We've got the A9 on the Charm, so the Charm is quite oppressive. Which someone reminded me the other day that actually Charm has no effect in the game, which I completely and utterly forgot about. But we're still, see, now I decide to shield. Because we don't want to be, this match is going on quite a while. We might see a timer soon enough if we're not careful. So we just want to be able to actually make sure we catch it out there. And they see the right one, well, there's no way they're going to make it, so GG's. So that's match 3, I think. This team is very strong, it is very oppressive. We are rather low in ELO, but at the same time, to take these matches like this, it kind of just shows the kind of overpoweredness of these guys and this team and this core and how well they work together. They marry up really well. It just works really well. That's something I like to say. It does though. I mean, if you have a look here as well. So we're going Magnezone. This is really quite interesting. So normally you'd swap out, but actually I'm not interested in swapping out because it's got my backline. It's got me dead to rights. So I can't swap out and I can't shield. Mirror Shot is super effective, but it's a bit of a dog move, as you can see. That is super effective, but it only takes half my life. You know, so actually I don't need to block that. So we're just going for the chip damage here with the Weather Balls. It might be steel, but in electric, but it's not. It's still a nice amount of damage considering. And the Charm is just eating through her there. It really is. So we commit the shield, because we don't want this thing seeing our back line with any life. We're thinking that it's going to have to throw its energy to get rid of us, so we might be able to throw this weather ball, we might not, and we don't get to throw the weather ball. But I'm not going to shield the next one because he's wasted his energy. So their energy is gone. So I might have lost lead, but they've got no energy. So we come out with our Toad, and because obviously we have mud, we can mud it down, which is great. It's fine. Couldn't do anything, put it in a back spot, we might be shield down, but then they come out of Giratina because they think that's okay because they've taken our A9. Well, they don't know that we have Mandibuzz in the back. So obviously I don't want to give up switch. If I gave up switch, they would then have a chance at winning. So all I have to do is essentially just sit here and soak up everything. So we have baited them, we've built up as if we had Blizzard, and then we fired the Surf. They've used the shield, so I don't feel they're going to use another shield, and they don't. It's great. So we take the shield, and we've taken damage out of them. It's just worked. It has worked really well. Done it again. Say it a lot. I really do. But again, as I said, I'm not shielding. Dragon Claw, Shadow Sneaks, Ancient Powers, nothing is going to hurt Toad enough to warrant a shield, even at this level. It's really not. And I'm watching it back now, I'm feeling that I should just go for an Earth Power, Earthquake, sorry. That makes the most sense. Go for the Earthquake, regardless of what they're going to do. Either they're going to take damage again, or we're going to get rid of that shield. And we get rid of the shield. So now we've got a Tina, the Half-Life, in front of us. They've got no shields. And then we've got Mandibuzz, who is just, again, going to do exactly what Toad did. No shield, just take whatever it's got to put up for us. The damage is just, it doesn't do anything. And I kind of wish it did have Ancient Power at this point, so I could point out the damage it just doesn't have. And see there, that it just eats it alive. They didn't want to switch out. And we've still got the Sizer in the back here. So, a double steel strat. So a steel hole. We've got X Scissor here. Just isn't enough damage again to do anything to warrant Mandibuzz shielding. And I have realised as I'm watching this now and I'm doing this recording that I haven't actually sped these videos up at the end. I think I sped the first time up and I haven't sped this one up, so that's quite amusing. More time and chance for you to hear my kids running around and playing toys, and for me definitely not looking after them apparently. I am. So GG's. That's pretty tasty. So as I said, this team is really quite rounded. It can take the win as long as you know what you're doing and you can hold the line. Then you can win. You can hold it with this. Mandibuzz can take rock slides. That's the point of Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz takes rock slides all day. I can take 2 comfortably. I can beat a Melmetal if I play it right. If they get scared and stick it in the back, also not a problem. Yeah, there are other ways to do things, and you have to think about your team comp. You have to be on point about. You have to be comfortable with what you're running as well, like, and where you are. Like, I'm comfortable with the fact that I haven't tried very hard this season, so it's my fault, regardless of lag or anything else. It's my fault that I haven't done anyway. So I'm happy with that. So we want to save for the Dragonite. So we build up and we bring our Mandibuzz. Again, we're going to soak up the moves. That's all we want to do. Doesn't matter what they fire, we'll take it, and then we'll just fire our Shadow Balls. Quite a lot of time as well, when I get to the second Shadow Ball, I'm just wondering why I'm not firing Aerial Ace. We've got the energy. We've normally overclocked by at least 1 or 2, and it's got enough life for an Aerial Ace to cause enough damage for us to chip it down at the end. But I don't want to catch another Shadow Ball and then potentially waste switch advantage or something like that. So, you know, I'm not going to waste the lead advantage because I don't generally run Mandibuzz on lead. I actually found it really quite enjoyable actually. I ran Mandibuzz at lead at the start of this season. So maybe we'll just go back to trying something like that at the start of the next season. Do a great lead Mandibuzz and maybe do the Nido Double Dart with Mandibuzz, and then Nido Shadow Nido Queen, and we'll have Scrafty in the back maybe. Here we go. So we've actually done it this time. That's why I was thinking about it. I knew there was a reason I thought about it. There we go. And we actually catch the shield there on an aerial ace. Look at that. That is perfect. So you come in and we don't have to worry. Don't have to worry. Because we've got the Toad here and we've got 2 shields. We just need to make sure we set ourselves sights on Dragonite. Toad's not going to be able to take Dragonite out. We don't have Blizzard. And Surfs aren't going to be enough to cause too much damage. Even though they've got no shields, it just put us in a bad position. So we save, obviously, A9 in the back, ready and waiting to take out the Dragonite. And essentially, I can shield anything now. This is where I'm comfortable to shield. Because Dragonite is not going to be able to put down A9. Doesn't matter what it fires. It's good. Dragon Claws or Hurricane. Hurricane's going to hurt, but it's not going to KO us. And if they did one Hurricane, then I'd just shield anything afterwards. It works. So there we go. There's our first shield. We've used our shield on the Sylveon. Again, I'm comfortable. It makes sense. It keeps alignment. Keeps me where I am. And it keeps that dead. So they swap out just to save. No, we could have swapped out, but we didn't need to. I think they swapped out anyway. It was a. So we let the Surf come through, obviously, because they have no shields. There's nothing they can do. And we are 2 and 3. So we've got that move in. We don't need to worry. And there's a Dragon Claw, and it's nil effective. We're actually going for the farm down here. And we're not going to shield again, because it's another Dragon Claw. You saw how little that Dragon Claw did to us. And it's going to be exactly the same. Boop. And we've eaten them alive. Essentially. And we've got ready to go. Against a team comp like this, as long as it's run properly, you can really gain ELO. You really can. It's built to cut through these kind of games. So there you have it. How many? And 958. And we're coming up to the end now. There we go. That's actually a 5-0. So we take a 5-0 in UL. So to put it to bed as such, great team comp, good team plays. You're going to gain ELO. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you very much.